Okay, so today we are in our Envision books and we are on topic 13 and we are in lesson 1 and that is on page 733. And we are going to start with some vocabulary terms, and our vocabulary terms that we are going to start with, the first one that we have is, excuse me just one moment, is numerical expression. And sometimes my pen does its own thing, so if it does something weird, we might just have to get used to it. So numerical expression. And a numerical expression is a mathematical phrase that contains at least one operation. And in a numerical expression, you will see an addition sign, a subtraction sign, a multiplication sign, and a division sign. What you will not see, it does not contain an equal sign. Okay. Our next term is evaluate. Oh, I need to get a different color. Sorry about that. And to evaluate, it means to solve, basically. So evaluate just means to do the problem, do the calculations, or to solve it. And an example of evaluate would be 5 times 6 plus 2, and that is a 6, equals 5 times 8 equals 40. Okay, another vocabulary term that we have is order of, that's an F, not a P, operations. And that is actually the order in which we perform calculations. And I told you it was going to do its own thing occasionally. All right, so order of operations, I like to think of please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And please stands for, the P stands for parentheses. The E stands for exponents. The M stands for multiply. The D stands for divide. And remember, multiply and divide, we go from left to right. And then we go to addition. And then subtraction. And those also are from left to right. So that's just a little easy acronym to remember on how to do order of operations. Now we do have a couple of other things that we have in order of operations. And it would be nice if we could add these little two other little things, but we also have braces. And I probably should, and that is actually a C right there. And braces look like this. And they group numbers. That's a U. And they go before parentheses. We have brackets. And brackets group numbers also. And they group numbers. And they go after brackets. I'm just going to put after brackets. But before parentheses. And then the last thing we have is parentheses. And I just want to make sure that you are familiar with what parentheses look like. Parentheses just look like this, and they group numbers also. And that's an N. It just does its own thing. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and if you will turn your books to page 736, we're going to, there's a picture and it's the same kid on there. We're going to go through a story problem that he does, and it says two students evaluated the same numerical expression but got different answers. To avoid getting more than one answer, use the order of operations. Rebecca used the correct order. So if we look at Rebecca's way, and let's go ahead and write this problem down, and you need to write this in your notes, 36 plus 9 divided by 3 times 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and start performing this operation. Now remember, we don't have any oh, and I'm going to add just something right here for you. So we're going to have brackets go first, braces, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. If you put that right there, it will help you kind of remember what order of operations you're supposed to be going in. So, but we don't have any brackets, parentheses, or braces. So let's go ahead and we would do the division problem first because it is first from left to right. So we're going to go ahead and do the 9 divided by 3. And 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3 times 5. Now we can go ahead and do 3 times 5, which is equal to 15. And 36 plus 15 is equal to 51. Now let's go ahead and look at Juan's way. And we're going to write that same problem again. That is a 3. 36 plus 9 divided by 3 times 5. And what Juan decided to do was just go in order that the problem occurred. So he went ahead and added 36 plus 9 together, which is equal to 45. And then he decided to do 45 divided by 3, which is equal to 15. And then he did 15 divided by 5, 15 times 5, which is equal to 75. As you can see, completely different answers. That is why it is so important to follow our order of operations. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do one more problem with our order of operations. It is also on page 736. And if you look at 12 divided by 4 plus 9 minus 2 times 3 plus 5. Now we do have numbers in parentheses, so we do those first, even though they are addition and subtraction problems. So 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. Okay, now we can go ahead and do our order of operations. And again, we go from left to right, so we will do our division problem first. And 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. Plus, and then we can go ahead and do our 7 times 8. And 7 times 8 is equal to 56. And 3 plus 56 is equal to 59. So that will be our lesson for today. Go ahead and look at the top of page 737. There is a guided practice. I would like you to turn the page in your notes and go ahead and work on questions 1 through 7. And we will be correcting those in a bit. Good luck. I hope you understand order of operations. If you don't, make sure you come and talk to me.